Welcome to another Stamps the Mail Club video. I have another fun card to show you. This one has a really unique fold and I think you're really going to enjoy it. So I'm going to start off with a piece of the Hello Honey cardstock, which has been pre-corner rounded using the new corner rounder that matches the Project Life's corner rounds from the Stampin' Up catalog. And then I have a piece of the Lost Lagoon cardstock to match our ink, and this has been scored and cut with the oval collection framelits, and the largest one has that fun scallop. So what I'm going to do to get started here is just go ahead and match this up, and then I'm just going to fold it around to the back. Okay, it doesn't really matter how far you fold it, I'd say about that much. And then I am going to adhere this so that it is the back of our card. Now usually I would use the liquid glue, the liquid adhesive, or sticky strip, but I have a new favorite, strong adhesive. It's fast fuse, and I've been telling people that it's a little like snail on steroids. So all you do is pull it like a normal tape runner, and then you check it off to the side, and you have awesome adhesive that gives you a really nice bond. Like I said, snail on steroids. And I am going to line up the front of my card first and then fold the background. It's really tempting to want to adhere the back first, but go ahead and line it up and then adhere the back. So now we have a really nice bond there. Okay, so on the inside of our card, I'm going to say, "You are a fabulous work of art," which is a really nice greeting. I've really kind of enjoyed using that one. And then I am going to set our card aside for a couple minutes because we're going to stamp our oval here and give ourselves some decoration. So I have the glorious Work of Art stamp set, which is from the new catalog and is in the Stamps the Mail Club kit this month. And I'm going to go ahead and take a piece of scratch paper. I'm going to ink up my stamp and just stamp off on my scratch paper because I want a lighter shade of ink here on my project. Clean that baby off. And I think I'll use this little splotch, ink this up, and I want this to be light too, so I'm stamping on my scratch paper and then on my project. So see how I end up with something that's just a little bit lighter. Stamping off is a great technique for making the most of your ink pads. All right, oh, let's see, we need a chevron because really the stamp set has the cutest chevron stamp. And this one I'm just going to ink up and use full strength, so I'm just going to stamp it just right along the side there. All right, and then we will be using our U, and we'll do a thank you card. All right, I have my Memento Tuxedo Black ink, which is absolutely gorgeous black color and is my new favorite. So I'm going to go ahead and ink up my U, and this will be available to order through me with Stampin' Up at the end of June or early July, I think. They're working out the details. All right, so thank you. There is our little oval accent. And we are going to be mounting this here onto our card front, like so, with some Stampin' Dimensionals. Now when you place your Stampin' Dimensionals, be careful because you are not wanting them to hold your card shut. So don't place them in the part of your card that is going to overlap here. You want these to be only on the part that is here. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere that. See, so no dimensionals show on the back because we don't want to shut it permanently. And then in our Stamps the Mail Club kit, I have all these little extra pieces. I have a vintage faceted button, which you will notice is colored turquoise. Very cool, right? So that is done with the new Stampin' Blendabilities, which again will be available for customers to order near the end of June or the beginning of July, hopefully. Or you can order them now if you are a demonstrator. So if you'd like to join my demonstrator family, you could join just to get your markers. But I'm going to go ahead and put my linen thread through here. Those are alcohol markers, which means you can use them to color things like plastic, vintage, faceted buttons, and so forth. I'm also going to grab a pokey tool, also known in the catalog as a paper piercing tool, but its job is to do pokeying, so it's kind of fun to call that. All right, so let me show you what I'm going to do. Our button is going to be our closure for the card. It's going to be like a little hook. So the front of our card will pop underneath there to stay shut. So what I need to do now is make a couple holes where I want our card to be. And so I'm going to go ahead and put this down on the table so that I can actually control what I'm doing. And I'll come up real close here for you. Alright, so we have that there. I'm going to use my pokey tool to make 2 little marks. Alright. So see my 2, whoa, you can't see that at all. There, now you can see. 2 little marks, and I'm just going to twirl my pokey tool through. There we go. So now we have 2 holes in the front of our card, and then I'm going to go ahead and work my linen thread through those holes. Okay, 10 minutes later. No, just kidding. It was really like 30 seconds, but I didn't think you needed to watch me get that done. Alright, then I'm going to go ahead and take my ends of my thread and put them back up through my button. Oh, come on. Don't take another 30 seconds now. Nope, see, no problem. Alright, so I'm going to put 1 through each side because what I want to do is I want to trap my little pieces of the satin ribbon here. And this is the new In Color ribbon that is gorgeous. It matches the colors of our card that we're using. So I just have 2 little fragments here, and I'm going to slide them down and go ahead and, you know what, you could even go ahead and tie their button on, or tie the ribbon on first and then put your button on top, but I didn't do that. So this will work just fine. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and tie that kind of snug and make a little bow on top and cinch up my ends. If you ever think your bow doesn't look quite right, try making your little bow ends shorter. Sometimes they look a little nicer when the ends aren't, the bow pieces aren't quite so big and floppy. Alright, so there we have it. Then I'm going to take my flap and tuck it over the front so that it fits right underneath there. And there we have our fun thank you card with our little button closure, vintage faceted button closure. And there we go. So very simple card to make with just some kind of different ways to use your pieces to make a little buckle instead of and a unique fold instead of just a regular card. If you have questions about Stamps the Mail Club, please let me know. I would be happy to help you get started this month. Thanks so much for watching.